People crossing the border from Tijuana to San Isidro now have a new option to get to the United States.
Yeah, this new entrance is called PedWest, and it promises to help cut down those long lines. Carlos Correa joining us in the newsroom. Carlos, you were one of the few journalists allowed inside.
That's right. The new PedWest completes phase 1 of efforts to expand the San Isidro port of entry. It's the busiest land border crossing with thousands of vehicles and pedestrians walking across from Mexico into the U.S. every day. Construction crews are putting the finishing touches on the new pedestrian processing facility known as PedWest. It's located on the west side of the San Isidro port of entry and will open with the new Virginia Avenue Transit Center.
Things are changing. There's big improvements coming to the port of entry, and I think today is a critical milestone in that process.
PedWest has 12 northbound processing lanes and 2 reversible lanes. The facility will be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Since PedWest is part of the San Isidro Port of Entry, a Class A port of entry, U.S. Customs and Border Protection will accept all types of travelers and continue to provide the same service available at the main facility.
We know that peak times for us range from 4 in the morning until about 8. And a large portion of the 20,000 travelers who cross at San Isidro today use that time frame. That's about 30% of arriving travelers use that 4 to 8 time frame. And so we are hopeful that a good amount of those travelers will choose to use this facility.
Construction of PedWest completes phase 1 to expand the port. In addition to the new northbound lanes, 14 lanes on the east side of the port will be reduced to 6 as crews demolish the existing pedestrian building and build a new one during phase 2 of the project. That's set to begin in August and last for 3 years.
There is a large chunk of capacity that is lost there. So we want to encourage travelers to know that ahead of time, make plans, and hopefully use this facility that will allow for additional capacity and primary pedestrian throughput through this facility.
PedWest will provide access to the Virginia Avenue Transit Center with transportation services including buses, taxis, and a dedicated pedestrian pickup and drop-off area for private vehicles.
We want to tell people to take that extra time, especially in the first couple weeks. It's important that people take that extra time so they can get used to and figure out the route that works best for them to get to their destination in the United States.
Once PedWest opens, we will have 20 northbound lanes from Mexico into the U.S. By the end of phase 2 of the expansion project, the San Isidro Port of Entry will have a total of 32 northbound lanes. PedWest opens July 15th. Lauren Netta.